Hey everybody, this is Sonny from the Top Cut Yu-Gi-Oh podcast here on Team Dark Arm Dealings channel to record a top 8 deck profile from the SteelFox Yu-Gi-Oh's case tournament / return to organized play tournament. Now, Dylan here, obviously a host of the Team Dark Arm Dealings channel. What did you play?
I was playing Drytron. I got third after Swiss. I only lost to the guy that won after in Top Cut, and I lost to that guy again in Top Cut. Oh, actually, no, my bad. I lost to the guy that got top 4 in Top Cut, and I lost to the guy that won the tournament in Top Cut, but I beat him in Swiss.
Okay, so you were X1 in Swiss with your only loss being a top 4 opponent, right?
Right.
Okay, and then in Top Cut you lost to the winner.
Right.
Okay, gotcha. So what deck did you play?
I was playing Drytron.
Okay.
Yep.
You want to go ahead and hop into the profile?
Yeah, let's go ahead and do it.
All right.
I don't remember the last time I put this deck profile on the channel, but I'm sure a lot of things have changed since then. Standard Herald Diviner and Friends package right here. Not much to say about it. You really want to, like, a lot of times, I think Sonny was going to ask me this question, but I'm just going to fucking cut into it, I guess. The reason I'm playing 3 of these now is because you actually want to open either one of these or one of these, because in every combo you can actually just complete the pair.
Right.
So you play around almost every hand trap except for Imperm by doing so within the combo, and it makes it super safe. Like, your combo is just almost 100% going to go through.
Right.
Obviously you just want to play these because, like, it's amazing when you open it and don't have to search it.
Right.
So, that's it for the Diviner and Friends package. Play 3 Alpha.
Of course.
Yeah, it's kind of standard. I mean, there's no, don't play unless you play 3 and 3 of these. I play 3 Gamma also. This was a choice that might be different from Lawless. I know Lawless are playing 3 though. It is one of the better ones to see. You can still do combo with, like, these 2 or these 2.
Right.
Also, you just want to see names, and, like, this is really good to, like, play through something, like make a Nightmare Phoenix, pop a back row, and then, like, continue and actually just, like, you never made the Nightmare Phoenix and use that material. So it's really good for that. Then I played 2 Delta. Delta's probably honestly my favorite one because he's just, like, he's legit just like a free +1. Like, it's kind of ridiculous.
So it's 11 names total, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Now is that a pretty standard number in most Drytron deck lists?
I would say so. I wouldn't say it's too, like, too different from the standard lists. I just think maybe not as many people play 3 of this one, and not as many people play 2 of this one. They probably just play 1.
Right.
Yeah. Sorry if my cards are all over the place. I'm tired.
No, that's all right.
It's a long day. Then go to, like, the only 2 hand traps I played that weren't Orange Light, besides another card, actually. I played 2 Ghost Spells in the main. This used to be 3. I bumped it down to 2 right before because I wanted to fit 3 Imperms in the deck, and I had to take out the Forbidden Droplets, and I was playing 2 Forbidden Droplet and 3 of this, but I decided that Droplet's actually not that great. You'd rather, like, especially against Drytron, you'd rather be able to just, like, stop them from making their board, because even if you have the Droplet, they still have 2 negates with the Orange Lights in hand.
Either you're overextending you're using too much to make the Droplet effective, and then you have trouble playing your own game, or it's better just to stop them from getting there in the first place.
And even at that, like, the other thing, like, the big issue in the format right now is Dragoon. But even Imperm, like, negates the Predaplant, so it's like, it kind of circumvents it. Also, like, you have outs in the extra deck to Dragoon anyway. So, but I played these because they're almost like 2 more Callback Graves, because a lot of the interruptions involve, like, banishing your graveyard when you trigger things, or activate things. So these are really good. They did a lot of work today. Callback Grave hit, like, 2 Callback Graves with these today.
Nice.
Get Prank Kids, Link Monster. These are amazing. Standard ritual package. I think a lot of people are starting to switch off of this Natasha, dude. This card's insane. I don't understand that at all. You can set up so many just different, like, just insane, just breaking their board plays, and this card just goes so well in the time that's ridiculous. I don't know how people are cutting this card.
It's a super versatile card.
No, for sure. I don't get it. Like, it doesn't make sense. But people do what they do. I guess a different thing about my deck also is I'm not playing Dragoon package.
So extra little bit of space.
Yeah, maybe that's also something. But that's something we can get into later. I'm playing 3 Nova, obviously. 3 Cyber Emergency. 3 Pot. I'm not playing Tactics. I don't like Tactics. In my opinion, if you're playing Tactics, you're planning on like being in a losing game state. And I just want to do my combo and just win the game. So I'd rather play a card that's proactive towards that than a card that is only good when my opponent has the answer.
Right. Now, a lot of people don't like the Prosperity because it plays harder into what you already play hard into, which is Droll.
Yeah, so with not many people playing Drytron right now, you can't, and like the format's so wide open, people aren't maining Droll.
Right.
This is always like my first 3 like side out going into game 2.
Right.
And they're really good game 1 just to get that quick win in, right? But then like game 2 you can actually like side deck cards that are actually really good in the matchup, and this doesn't take any of your engine cards out. Take away your consistency, but not too much.
One last question about the Prosperity is, in a deck like Drytron, which you absolutely do use the extra deck, but you have a little bit more leeway. Do you go 6 or do you go 3 usually?
Always 3. You play so many Drytron names, because really when you activate this card, you're either looking for a Herald, a Eva, or another name. And you play so many names that if you reveal 3, you're always going to see one.
It's
like
basically 17 names with the 3 in Nova, 3 Emergency, and 11 Monsters.
Yeah, you're always going to see one. Like, I've never not seen a name off of Prosperity.
Right.
It's too different the deck.
Perfect.
But, so then we go to one of Instant Fusion. I punted really hard in Top Cut. I had Drytron, I had Prosperity, and I don't know why. I guess it was supposed to be a long day, but I punted really hard. I activated Prosperity without activating Instant Fusion, and the guy just had the Ash, and I just couldn't start managing from there. He just pranked me out of the game, so. But played a 1 Instant Fusion, card insane. It's just another Call by the Grave. Millennium Eyes Restrict is insane, going second against Tri Brigade. I love this card. Meteorless Drytron, Call by the Grave, Foolish Burial, and the Fafnir. So game 2, along with the pots, these auto side out because they just play really bad in the hand traps that they side in for you. But I know a lot of people playing 2 of this too. But I never need it. You really want your deck to be as streamlined as possible and just be just going towards this one thing instead of trying to circumvent all these issues.
And with the Edatin being able to recycle it over and over.
I mean, like, Edatin's insane, dude. It's one of my favorite cards. You can, like, make a Link infinite with Edatin Engrave. And I played 3 Imperms. This is something that I played differently today. I haven't actually played this in this deck before.
So this was a last minute add-in, right?
Yeah, this was a last minute change. I kind of came to the realization that this card's actually just better against Appaloosa than Droplet is.
Right.
And Appaloosa is like a huge issue for my deck, but also it's just more versatile towards other decks, and like it's able to do other things besides just be used on my turn to negate a board.
Right.
Also, like I said before, it's more proactive instead of reactive than Droplet is, because it goes out there and stops them from making the board, while Droplet just comes in and negates the board after it's already been made. Which against Drytron, it's like, that's cool, but they still have 2 negates, and if you don't have any gas to push those 2 negates, then it's not going to help you because they're just going to do their whole combo next turn anyway.
Right.
Again. But this card was actually insane. Definitely glad I played this card. I sided it out against Prank Kids. I think it was the only deck I sided out against pretty much all day. Besides Virtual World going first, I kept this thing going second against Virtual World because I really wanted to stop the Ultimate Zulkin.
Right.
And it actually worked. Came up. Perfect. I guess we're going to this extra deck next.
Main deck is how many?
Main deck is 42.
Okay.
Yeah, my number's 42 on this one because there's certain cards you don't want to draw.
Right.
You kind of don't want to draw the Meteonus, but sometimes it's really good if you have the Delta, because then you don't have to do the Zeta. You can do Delta and draw a card.
Right.
And it's just super plus. But, I played a Liliana as Restrict.
Of course.
Played an Intis. This card's insane.
Of course.
This card's insane. All my cards are insane. This card's insane.
So you have the 3 targets for Diviner.
So the second Herald of Arclight's always like a target for Prosperity.
Right.
You really don't need the second one, but it does come up sometimes. I hard made it once today, because I opened pretty bricky, so I actually just made this card. Dude activated a pot of Desires and it just negated it.
Right.
And searched to Venton, so it was pretty good. Then I played two of the Lord Mubeta Fafnir. This guy is insane. If any of you play Commander, he's basically the commander of the deck. Like,
right.
He facilitates everything. So the reason, like, I thought Imperm would be really good today, which it was because, like, if you Imperm this on someone, like, you make it really awkward for them to play. Like, it's really hard for them to do anything. A lot of time when this got Imperm for me, I just had to make the second one. I just had to make it right there.
Right.
So I could have the free ritual summons. Then I played Beatrice. Card's so stupid. Downer Magician.
Right.
Card was insane. This extra sim with Zeus is just
perfect.
Yeah, no, it's ridiculous. Zeus is just the best version of Exciton Knight ever. I played Linkaribo.
Of course.
Masquerano. So this is interesting, I guess. A lot of people are playing Dragoon. I just don't like it because if you play a package, you have to play
bad cards.
You have to play bad cards, but also just play bad cards. You have to make it. You have to do it the first turn you can. You have to do it as soon as you can because you don't want to draw the cards.
Right.
So I don't like that because really and truly, your board's ending on a card that discards cards to negate things anyway. So you're kind of being redundant with it. There's really no point in doing that. So like, I'd rather my first turn board be as versatile as possible than it be like me playing for a losing game state and not being a losing game state and having to do it anyway, even though it's subpar.
Right.
So I don't know. I think this card's better than the Dragoon package for this deck.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And then I played the obvious 2 Nightmares.
Of course.
These cards are insane. Going second, breaking boards. I love it. This deck is super finessey. And I played Access Code and
right. Also, of course.
This card is super good into hand traps because they draw you and you make a 4 negate Appaloosa and you win the game. 33 nibbed. This was for Rogue.
Yep.
Solid great. Prank Kids because they're making Abyss Blower now.
Right.
Side against Virtual World. It's a good card. 3 Droll for the mirror. Didn't play the mirror today, so didn't go ahead. 2 Skullmaster because Pack just won the YCS for Prank Kids, so I played this today. Also hits Dinos. 2DD Crow for the mirror. Other matchups like Dinos. I think I saw this against Phantom Knights. I don't know if I did or not today, actually. Played the 3rd Ghost Spell. Played 3 Twin. This is another thing. People play Lightning Storm in this deck. I don't get it because you need the Channables because IO is such a just a win card against you.
Of course.
That like you have to have the out then and there. And it's like also anti-spell gamma. So you're literally siding. I just didn't get it. You're literally siding Lightning Storms, going second into decks that will side anti-spell when they're already running IO also.
Right.
It didn't make sense to me when I saw those lists. It's like I've been playing this card. This card's just so much better, and this is just basically another one of those cards.
Right.
You do this and you make Zeus and you win the game.
So some people instead of Lightning Storms have been running things like Evenly. Pac ran it in his YCS winning deck list for that exact reason. or maybe even a couple extra cosmics. So, and if anything, this is actually kind of a small package to deal with that. Did it feel underwhelming today, or did you feel like you needed more, or did it just feel right?
So I actually every time I saw the Twin Toasters, that's all. Like,
okay.
I actually didn't see the Red Reaper today, but I mean, here's my whole thing on this right here. So I have a theory of the deck, and like I only want to side 5 to 6 cards, and I have those slots already slotted out.
Right.
Sometimes like hand traps change, like imperms come out for like some of these, but really and truly, I don't want that many cards going. Change the list up. Prac was running Prank Kids,
right.
Which is a mid-range deck. And my deck like kind of has a lot of moving pieces that it needs, and I don't have room to cut things.
Right.
The only like engine piece I'm comfortable cutting is 1 gamma, like siding out.
Right.
So I mean, really and truly, I don't want to. I didn't want to do that. So
okay.
Yeah, this was like the 5. Normally when I sided in Twin Twisters, because I was playing against Tri Brigade, and like obviously the 3rd Ghost Bell was going in because
right.
Revolt's a hell of a card. But
all right. Well, do you have any closing thoughts? Anything else you want to talk about?
I think Drytron's pretty underrated this format. Actually, it's kind of crazy how like little people are playing it. But besides that, not really. Just want to give a couple shouts to ETB Games, Team Dark Arm Dealings. Shout out to the podcast at Top Cut Podcast on Twitter. Also, I don't know. Sorry,
that was exactly correct. Yeah.
Really?
Yep, you got it.
That's awesome.
That's because you listen to every episode of the podcast.
Yeah, I probably just did it off of like
memory,
like subconscious memory. And so shout out ETB Games. Shout out Dark Arm Dealing. Oh, shout out SteelFox Games. Bo, you good motherfucker. But I think that's it.
All right, everybody. Well, that'll take us out.
Trevor, I love you.
That's it. All right, everybody. That'll take us out. Dylan, wonderful deck profile. Congratulations on your performance today. And everybody, be sure to check out the Tuesday, August 10th episode of the Top Cut Podcast, where we will have a long, extended interview with Dylan.
Let's get it.
All right. Thanks, everybody. Have a good day.